Their relationship was the best-kept secret in Monaco society for many years. Prince Albert of Monaco and former flight attendant Nicole Coste dated for 7 years. Still, lately, this woman has been increasingly appearing in the prince's circle amid rumors that his official wife, Princess Charlene, lives in Switzerland. Are the divorce rumors true? Why has the prince been spending so much time lately in the company of his former mistress? And what does their 20-year-old son look like today? Keep watching the WOW channel to find out. Prince Albert of Monaco has always had a reputation as a playboy. The only son of Hollywood actress Grace Kelly and Prince Rainier III had many love affairs in his youth. He dated not only popular top models, but ordinary women too. No one could resist the charm of this rich and influential man. Among them was flight attendant Nicole Coste. They met on board a plane in 1997. That day, Nicole did her usual duties as a stewardess. I always served in first class, so I was accustomed to dealing with VIPs. When I saw Albert, our eyes met, and I knew this was different. There was definitely an aura around him, and we hit it off immediately. I found him attractive, with a twinkle in his eye, she said many years later in an interview. The prince asked her phone number, which she wrote from the first-class cabin on natural paper. The girl, whose father was a merchant in Togo, West Africa, was surprisingly comfortable in the prince's company and flattered by his attention. It wasn't love at first sight. It can be assumed that the young prince had many such fleeting love affairs in those years, and Nicole was just his other girlfriend. None of them could have imagined that this relationship would last so long and lead to the birth of a child. One day he called her and invited her to a rented apartment in Monaco. Nicole was very happy but didn't want to become another toy of the prince. I think he was attracted by my softness, but I was determined not to be a plaything. I needed him to respect me, she admitted in an interview. They dated for 6 years. Their relationship was the biggest secret in Monaco. Nicole claims she was never interested in the prince's money and truly fell in love with him. Perhaps Albert loved her too, but he could not offer her anything more than to be his mistress. Therefore, over time, their feelings began to fade away. Just when their relationship was about to end, Nicole found out she was pregnant. When I first broke the news to Albert, he was fine about it, she says. He said I should keep the baby and promised to support me. However, months later, the prince's enthusiasm waned. I think palace officials had got to him, possibly pointing out future inheritance problems. At that time, the prince was under a lot of pressure from his family. Albert's father, Prince Rainier III, expected his only son to give him heirs who would inherit the throne. If this had not happened, Monaco could have become part of France again. Rainier was forced to adopt a new law because his son was in no hurry to marry and have heirs. In 2003, he changed the constitution to ensure that only the legitimate heirs of Prince Albert and his sisters could inherit the royal throne. This ensured his older sister would receive the throne if Albert died childless. It also ensured that none of Albert's so-called illegitimate children could claim Monaco's throne. When we say the word illegitimate, we mean that this child was born outside of a legal marriage. That's why when it became known in 2004 that Prince Albert had a son with a former flight attendant, society in Monaco was a little outraged, but at the same time calm, since this child had no right to the throne. Albert ended his relationship with Nicole, but recognized the child. At first, the prince was a loving father. Prince Albert often visited his son and sometimes even changed his diapers himself. He provided his son with good financial support and settled the mother and child into an exquisite villa on the French Riviera. Albert and his son shared an affectionate natural father-son relationship with trips and pirate-themed birthday parties, Nicole told reporters. The prince was proud of his son. often cuddling him warmly. The prince had to officially recognize his son Alexander and present him to the public in Monaco after a DNA test was officially carried out. However, the prince began to communicate less and less with his son after he started dating swimmer and Olympic champion Charlene in 2010. His new girlfriend probably didn't like that the prince maintained a warm relationship with his son from a previous relationship, and her feelings are understandable. Charlene was ideal for the role of the official wife of the Prince of Monaco, as she was very similar to his mother, Grace Kelly, and had significant achievements in sports. This is exactly what everyone wanted to see as the First Lady of Monaco. Therefore, Prince Albert decided to propose to her and to have future heirs to the throne with her. However, this marriage seemed unhappy from the very beginning. After all, even at the wedding, Charlene looked sad and depressed. According to rumors in the press, everything was supposedly to blame for her quarrels with the prince and his infidelities with other women. In this marriage in 2014, the Prince of Monaco and Charlene gave birth to charming twins, a boy, Jacques, and a girl, Gabriella. However, despite this, the married couple never looked happy, and rumors constantly appeared in the press about their impending divorce. It should be noted that Princess Charlene and Nicole Coste have always disliked each other. After Albert began to devote all his time to his new family, Nicole and her son began to feel abandoned, despite reasonable financial assistance from the royal family. "I don't want to see my son rejected. He sees other boys in his class have their fathers around, and it is not good that he doesn't even hear from him. I'm worried that this will upset Alexander emotionally," Nicole said in an interview. She added, "But I can't make miracles happen. There is more to being a father than just money. A son needs a father to love, help, and guide him through life. We must find a way to make this happen." For a long time, Nicole could not come to terms with the fact that Albert had started a new family. Even before the princess' wedding to Charlene, she openly walked around the center of Monaco with her child, giving rise to various rumors. Perhaps she wanted to hint to the prince that he was making the wrong choice by entering into this marriage, journalists believed. However, Nicole said bluntly, "I was fed up being a secret." After the wedding, Nicole also felt rejected because many people refused to invite her to social parties in Monaco. The event organizers believed a big scandal would happen if Nicole and Charlene were beside each other. Because of this reason, Nicole moved to London with her son to start a new life and forget all the unpleasant events. However, life in Britain was unsuccessful. Firstly, they didn't like the rainy cold weather, and secondly, Alexander stopped seeing his father. This fact weighed heavily on the single mother because she was sure her son needed a dad. Nicole decided to tell everything openly in the press and attacked Princess Charlene, calling her an evil stepmother. Nicole admitted that Charlene allegedly acted badly with her son before the wedding, moving him from the royal chambers to the servants' room, significantly hurting him. Nicole continued her offensive attacks against Charlene, once, for example, against the backdrop of news about Charlene's illness. Nicole said that the princess deserved it, since it was her karma, and another time she said that people in Monaco love and respect her more than Charlene. By the way, Princess Charlene never said anything terrible about Nicole in public. She maintains her royal dignity and keeps a low profile. However, she was ill for a long time, and perhaps it was the result of long-term resentment and the inability to express that her condition had become so bad that she needed long-term treatment. Albert was outraged by Nicole's statements and even had to defend his wife. However, this did not save the couple from divorce rumors. These rumors appeared because Charlene and Prince Albert began to appear together less and less often. The princess was forced to spend 10 months in her homeland, South Africa, where she underwent treatment. Then she was forced to continue treatment in Switzerland, where she continues to live, according to European media reports. As an unknown source told the press, Charlene and Albert have not had a love relationship for a long time, but continue only to portray an ideal family in public. Journalists continue to insist that this marriage exists only for appearances. According to media sources, they are a ceremonial couple, appearing together at critical royal events and raising children. They allegedly live apart and only see each other by appointment. Moreover, Princess Charlene of Monaco stepped out in Milan in March 2023 without her engagement ring. However, Albert denies these rumors. He said, "Charlene is always by my side. I don't understand all these rumors which hurt me about the fact that she lives elsewhere in Switzerland, meetings by appointment to see us. These are lies." Indeed, the couple began to appear together in public more often, and recently they were seen together while vacationing on a yacht in the Mediterranean Sea. But these rumors are also confirmed by the fact that the prince's former lover, Nicole, has begun appearing more often at Monaco's social events. In July 2023, for example, Nicole attended the Red Cross Ball in Monaco, where Prince Albert and his wife were also present. Nicole apparently wasn't bothered at all by this. And on August 24th, her son Alexander celebrated his 20th birthday. Prince Albert was present at the event. One of the snaps shows Prince Albert sitting between his oldest son and his smiling ex-lover, Nicole. The family gathered to share an intimate meal together outside, surrounded by greenery. However, the royal's wife, Princess Charlene, was nowhere to be seen, and this is not surprising because Nicole often attacked Charlene and said unpleasant things about her. They would hardly feel good if they were in each other's company, and the boy's birthday would be ruined. By the way, today, 20-year-old Alexander is a student at a UK university studying business and management. He recently gave an interview to a French publication where he described his father as benevolent and said he considers himself lucky. Alexander also hit out at trolls who have called him illegitimate and said he found it insulting because his parents didn't commit adultery. "When I was born, neither of my parents were in another marriage, and they did not commit adultery. Using that word is insulting," he said. "I hope no one believes the lies conveyed on the internet. One bears the name of one's father when one has been recognized since birth. I had voluntary recognition from my father when I was a baby, not from a judge or the press who have forced him to." As you can see, Nicole Coste managed to achieve her goal. She returned to Monaco's social life and helped bring her son back into contact with his father. The former flight attendant took a high position in Monaco and made everyone respect her and her son. However, for this, she often had to behave rather rudely towards Princess Charlene. It is unlikely that there will ever be a good relationship between these ladies. And who do you like more, Princess Charlene or Nicole Coste? Write in the comments. Thanks for watching. Remember to share your thoughts with me. Click like and subscribe. See you next time.